Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, and I'm the owner of the Arizona Living Group out here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. You might know me from my other videos as the AZ Realty Lady. My team and I help people that look to relocate to or within Phoenix and surrounding area. That includes picking your retirement home. Well, today's video is going to be things that you need to know about living in Trilogy at Vistancia. Now, a lot of these things you're not going to find in other videos. They're going to be information that I am bringing to you, hopefully for the first time. So stay tuned for the video. And if you do like the information, I would love it if you want to comment below the video, or also you could subscribe to the channel and do click the bell. That way you are notified when we put up new videos. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty Lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. Okay, so let's just get some of the basic information out just in case this might be the first video that you're seeing on Trilogy at Vistancia. This is a 55+ active adult retirement community in the Northwest Valley of the Phoenix area, specifically located in Peoria. Now, Peoria stretches quite a ways down the 101 and the 303 freeways in the valley. This is the northwest corner of Peoria, also known as North Peoria. Some things to note about this area: zip code 85383. You're about 15 minutes to Lake Pleasant. This is one of our dammed lakes, and you can rent boats there. You can paddleboard there, you can fish there, and there's also hiking, off-roading, mountain biking, a lot to do in the area. Now, Trilogy has about 3,000 homes, and it is a guard-gated community. It is a golf course community as well, and this is open to the public. Square footage of homes in the area, about 1,200 all the way up to over 3,000 square foot. You have golf views, some mountain views. They're distant mountain views. There are desert kind of landscape views that you can get in the neighborhood. Average lot size, I would say, is more around that 7,000 square foot, but there are some that are all the way down to 5,000, some that are 11, 12,000, but average based on all the lots, somewhere in that 7,000 to 8,000 square foot lot range. Pricing in the community is going to put you in that 500,000 all the way to about 1.2, 1.3 million. So now let's talk about the things that you may not know about Trilogy at Vistancia. Number one, you do have the clubhouses here in the community, the Mita Club and the Kiva Club. But did you know that you also can get a private membership to Blackstone Country Club, which is just about a mile away from the community? Still in Vistancia, but it is a private country club and private golf course. And if you wanted to use their pool, wanted to use their gym, if you wanted to get golf membership there, you can. It is available for you as a resident here in Vistancia. And actually, if you don't even live in Vistancia, you can still buy a private membership there. If I recall, this is in the mid 300s per month for the social membership there that will give you access to the fitness center and the pool area. So if you want more information on that, please reach out. I would be happy to help. Now, just to be clear, Blackstone Country Club is not a 55+ community. So if you are interested in that private country club, estate living, reach out to me. I will be happy to give you more information about that community. So another thing to note about Trilogy at Vistancia is going to be the absolutely gorgeous and lush landscape. In my opinion, this is one of the most beautiful, most lush 55+ communities out here in the West Valley. Now, we have different 55+ communities. They all kind of have their own unique flair. This one is really known for being beautiful, green. There's palm trees here. It also has the desert. It has the golf course, distant mountain views, and it's spread out pretty nicely. So you do have a lot of lush landscape as you drive through the community. So in Kelley's opinion, definitely the most lush, beautiful, green, and maintained community that I've seen in the West Valley. So this community began construction in the early 2000s, right around 2002. So the homes that were built in the beginning did not have post-tension slabs. So here's another thing that you want to listen up for. You may not know what a post-tension slab is. Maybe this is your first introduction to one. So a post-tension slab is what a lot of builders started building out here in Arizona because we have what's known as expansive soil. So that's where the soil will expand and contract based on climate, moisture. So as it gets hot and cold, it will contract and expand. And so what that post-tension slab does is it actually has, if you can picture the slab with rebar that's put through it, and I call it rebar, but it's a lot stronger cabling that's put through this slab. And it's kind of crisscrossed, and the slab will move as one instead of that slab dropping or shifting and pivoting. So imagine what that does to your house when the slab shifts. In this case, everything will kind of shift like this together. Now, it's not to say that there isn't such thing as a foundation issue with a post-tension slab, because there is. You can have issues if you keep water up against your house and you're really not taking care of your foundation. You certainly can end up with issues in the future. But overall settling that happens because of our soil, post-tension slab definitely helps with that. Now, does this mean that you should not buy one of the homes that were built earlier in the community? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that they don't have them. So if the house has been there for that long and you do your home inspection and there's no signs of serious settling, you're probably okay as long as you continue to maintain the home and keep water away from the home. That includes vegetation. So oftentimes out here in communities like this, people really do take great pride in ownership. And so you'll notice little courtyards. A lot of times what happens is they'll plant vegetation, plant trees in these little courtyards. It traps the water. And now you have a water area that's right in the middle of where your foundation is. So you got to be really careful with that. Best to not have anything planted next to your foundation. And if you want to talk to either the home inspector or a landscape or a foundation specialist, I'd be happy to put you in contact with one of my contacts that can definitely give you some guidance on that. Now, here in the community, you will get mixed advice on where the post-tension slabs are, what homes have the post-tension slabs. So some agents will say, oh, well, it's the houses that were built on the other side of the bridge. The bridge that they're referencing is the bridge inside Trilogy that goes over Ridgeline Road. So Trilogy is pretty big and it does have, some different areas. So that's what that bridge is. Now, what I have found is that there are homes that are 2011 built that are on the other side of the bridge where most of the older homes are, and it had a post-tension slab. So from what I'm noticing, it doesn't have anything to do with being on one side of the bridge or the other. It really has to do if they're 2011 and newer, and there's a couple in 2011 that I don't think had the post-tension slab either. I think it just depended when they started to incorporate it, and I think it was somewhere in that 2011 range. So some folks have a belief that you have to have a blue golf cart here and that you can't take your personal golf cart onto the Trilogy golf course. And I called the golf club, I called the homeowners association, and I was told by both of those that that is not true, that there is no color coding. And when I look around and see the golf carts, I see all sorts of different colors of golf carts. So I'm not really sure if maybe this was an old rule. Very possible that it was, because I have heard this rule before, but currently at the time of videoing this, the beginning of 2024, I think they've gone away with that. Now, you always want to verify things with the homeowners association, just as I did. They did not put it in writing. They just told me over the phone. But if that was something that was important to you, we would definitely get the CC&Rs, verify it, or have it in writing from someone from the HOA. So as far as having your own golf cart on the golf course, you just have to get it approved by the golf club. So there are certain requirements there. You just have to get your golf cart approved. But as far as it being blue, the golf club says that is not true. So one thing a lot of folks have concern with is flood insurance when they are relocating out to Arizona. A lot of them have concern with fire insurance coming from areas like California or areas like Texas or up in the Northwest region where fires do spread and it's getting harder and harder to have insurance. So let's talk about flood insurance first. So out here in the Trilogy at Vistancia area, flood insurance is not required. So if you're getting financing, it is not going to be a stipulation of your loan at the time of filming this video. Now, you're always welcome to get flood insurance. Now, depending on where your home is, maybe you side to a wash, you back to a wash, maybe you have the golf course behind you, whatever it may be, if you feel comfortable with having flood insurance, then by all means get the flood insurance, because your normal homeowner's insurance is probably not going to cover for anything like that. So it might be better to have that added layer of peace of mind. Now let's talk about fire insurance. In Arizona, as far as wildland fires in the Phoenix area and in outskirt areas like North Peoria, where there's mountains and desert around, honestly, most of my clients don't get fire protection, fire insurance like that. You're welcome to do that. It is not required with your insurance to have an added fire policy, just so you're aware of that. Most of the time, they do have things done within the community to keep vegetation away from the home. And if you do back up to natural desert area, you want to make sure that you keep clearance all the way out into, where that desert area begins, so that you have a bit of a fire line between the house and the desert. So it's just completely up to you if you want to get that added insurance. I back to a mountain, I have the desert all around me. I don't have that fire insurance. So maybe you're looking for new construction, maybe you're okay with a resale home. Well, out here where we have the original sections of Trilogy at Vistancia, there are no new constructions left. Now remember, the community began in the early 2000s and they wrapped up just about 1 to 2 years ago in 2022, 2023. So there are some newer homes over by that Media Club. Those were built 2016 and newer. But if you want new construction, I have good news for you. Ridgecrest, which is a Trilogy at Vistancia boutique community by Shea Homes, has begun to move the dirt and get ready for grading for their new community, which is going to be a bit smaller, hence the name boutique. It is not going to be a guard-gated community, however, it will be gated. We don't know the amenities that are going to be there yet, but this is located further north into Vistancia, about another 10 minutes into Vistancia, up in the North Point community, tucked into the mountains. From what I have been told about the Ridgecrest community is that homes should be starting to do pre-selling in mid to late 2024. So if you want me to update you as I get more information, please reach out to me. You can call me or text me, or go ahead and go on my website and fill out a contact us form, and I'd be happy to reach out to you and make sure that we are updating you. I also have a video on Ridgecrest Trilogy at Vistancia, so feel free to watch that video and it will give you information that we have thus far about that upcoming community, including the square footage of the homes that they plan to build. Now again, this video is things that you might not know about Trilogy at Vistancia, so I'll just touch quickly on the HOA. So it's $840 a quarter out here in Trilogy. And one thing that you might not know is there isn't a designated grandchildren pool here in this community like there is in Pebble Creek, but there are hours where you can bring minors to the pool so that you can still enjoy that with your grandkids or with family members that are under the age of 19. Now, regular hours without kiddos, 19 and over can use the facilities here at Trilogy. The Vistancia community, including Trilogy, is part of a CFD, which stands for Community Facilities District. The best way to explain this to you was, in order to build a golf course, the country club feel, all of the beautiful lush landscape, the bridges, and the full beauty of this area, it did require that there be a bond given, and there is a charge to the residents from there on forward called the CFD tax. Now, this tax is built into your taxes, and so I want to give you a feel for what it would cost for your taxes on $1 million or so home on a Golf View lot out here in Trilogy, 2,300 square foot home built in 2013. The taxes on that home for 2023 were roughly $4,700 annually. One thing to note about our taxes in Arizona, a lot of folks coming from other areas think that our taxes are based on sales price. It's an assessed value by the assessor. So this does not have a direct correlation to what your home sold for. So just because you pay 1.3 or because you pay $800,000 does not mean that's what it's going to be taxed off of. Now, another example for the taxes, including that CFD. So a home built in 2013, 1,300 square feet, purchase price right around $460,000. That's just to give you a feel for what price range the home is in. But again, that tax assessment is not based on this price. It's just to give you a feel. If you're buying in the $460,000 range, there was a home that was 1,300, 1,400 square foot, and the taxes 2023 would put you right around $2,300, $2,400 annually. All right, so all of you that liked pizza, like wine, like your drinks. So out at the Kiva Club, every week on Tuesday evenings, they do have a happy hour. They usually have 2 different bars that are open, and then once a month, they often have live music, and it's really a great vibe out there. You have all that outdoor sitting area. When it's the fall and the spring, when there's a lot of part-time residents that are here, there's just the opportunity to meet a lot of your community members, a lot of new friends, and it's really, really a great time. So remember, Tuesdays, at the Kiva Club, it's a blast. So maybe you are wondering what it would cost you for a golf membership out here at Trilogy at Vistancia. The 2024 rates for Monday through Thursday golf for an individual would be $2,500 and $4,000 for a couple. If you were looking for Monday through Sunday, a full week of golf for an individual, that would be $3,200 for the 2024 rates and $5,100 for the full week couple rate. One thing you may already know about Trilogy Vistancia is V's Tap Room. So this is the restaurant that is located at Trilogy. Now this is open to the public, so it's before your guard gate. So people in Vistancia or neighboring Peoria can come to this restaurant. So just know that is available to the public and also for the golfers. Also, you do have 5 North being built nearby, which is going to house the newest grocery store in the community, which is Fry's. There's going to be a couple other little boutique type restaurants and stores around there. You also already have a Safeway and a pizzeria and a sports bar already here in the community for your convenience. And remember, you're only just a short 5-minute drive from the Loop 303 freeway. Now, maybe you have heard about the Mayo Clinic here in the Valley, so I just want to give you driving distance to some of these things that may be important to you. So the airport, 47 to 50 minutes with no traffic, about an hour with traffic. And if you're needing to get to the Mayo Clinic, it's going to be about a 40-minute, 45-minute drive. That is located in the North Scottsdale, North Phoenix area, right off the 101. So just wanted to give you that information. I know a lot of my clients really love that there's a Mayo Clinic out here. But if you do want to get to other hospitals, they're only a 15 to 20-minute drive away from Trilogy at Vistancia. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the video today with some information that you might not already know. And if you like the content, I would love to subscribe. So if you wouldn't mind going ahead and doing that for me, I would appreciate it. And please comment here. Let me know what you think about the video and anything else that I can provide you. And if you are looking to relocate to the area, just call me or text me. My team is here and ready to help. Take care.